Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone today? Good, I hope. Let's find us. There we are. Okay, so who's here? I see Keely. Let's see. La la la. I think I have to like hit comments, then I can see you guys talking. Hi Barbara, hi Nancy, how are you today? It is so hot today, let me just tell you. And I'm, postmenopausal or premenopausal or menopausal. I don't know exactly. All I know is I can't tell what's the difference between a hot flash and just disgusting Arizona summertime weather right now. It's just so hot. How is everybody? Oh, good. I'm doing good too. So, let's talk about blending today. Well, you guys know the scoop here, and you follow me everywhere, and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I just want to also give a shout out to the other day I had talked about, remember we talked about zig markers and, hi Jennifer, all the way from Australia. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you're here. So Jennifer, I have created some artsy vinyl stickers with my artwork on. Here's mine stuck to my little insulated wine glass. You can stick them to anything, really, laptops, notebooks, whatever you want. And if you buy one, Jennifer, I would pay for the shipping to Australia. If you would send me a picture of you with my sticker, that would be fabulous. So they're available on my website under Anne's Artsy Loot. I have all kinds of big ideas of new stuff to add to that all the time. I also wanted to talk about my embroidery patterns. Who knew that all of these lazy daisies would be so labor intensive, Keels? Why did I draw so many pine trees and so many pine needles? I'm loving it though. I just can hardly wait. And now I want to do another one in different colors. And I'm not even done with this one. So, isn't your brain just always cooking? It's always cooking up some new idea. Anyway, these are available through Adorn It. The link is at the top of my Anne Corbiere-Scott Designs page, the page we're on right here. It's the first post, is the link. It talks about my, the different states, my Stitch the States patterns and where they're available. So that's that. Let's see. Oh, so do you remember we talked about, and here's the thing, Keels. Lots of states have pine trees. So that's not the last one in your future. I'm just going to tell you. Remember the other day we were talking about Sandy Allnock's hex charts? So I misspoke. So I wanted to tell you. So be sure to go to Sandy Allnock, sandyallnock.com, and she has hex charts for lots of things, but she does not have one for zig. I don't think, unless it's just there, because last time I checked it wasn't. But she does have one for Prismacolors, and I'm telling you, a chart, it's so helpful. It's kind of like the color wheel. It's so helpful to just have a guide for like, this, because the numbers don't really mean much in Copics. They are, hi Jamie, you really need to look at the colors and see how they kind of correspond with the other colors. So Sandy Allnock has hex charts for many products, but not Zig. But I did find one for Zig. Tabby May Art. There's her contact information. So I downloaded this with all my weird notes. Because I think I have everything. Hi, Sharon. Sharon, I'm doing Nebraska as one of my stitchery patterns. So I'm going to need to pick your brain about Nebraska and not just go big red. I can't do big red. So I have to get kind of creative with that. But there's lots of other things about Nebraska that are cool, right? Anyway, Tabby May Art is the one that has one for Zig Clean Color Real Brush, and it just helps so much to see the colors. This isn't a hex chart, it's just a chart, but it makes such a difference, such a difference. So she does, this is the fully saturated, and then right here she wants you to do half saturated and then drag it out with so that you can see the values. I obviously haven't done that yet, but I just wanted to talk to you about that's a really good tool. And this one was like, it wasn't much at all. It wasn't much at all. And you just buy them and then just put them in your downloads and then print them off. So that's that. So I wanted to talk today about, remember we talked about, we're doing Mama Wilktastic. And so we had talked about doing it with blending. Today we're going to talk about blending. So we're going to start with our Copics. But I wanted to show you, here's Mama Wilktastic, and this is with watercolors on this is on watercolor paper, and then I mounted it on some white cardstock to make a slim line. This is an extra thick white cardstock, and it is Accent. I got it on Amazon. It's 110 or 120 pound. So it's very thick, but it's like under $20 for 150 sheets. But my friend Lucinda told me that if you score first and then fold, you won't get that, you know, where it cracks sometimes if it's super thick. And it worked like a charm. So I've started to do my mats in this same white, so then I have that same, I have nice consistent, and I really like that white on white. That's kind of my jam. So today we're going to do some apple blossoms with Copics. So here's my Copics. If you want to look at the colors that there, can you see them all? If you want to see the colors that I'm using today. Is everybody good? All right. So I picked some, because I did, remember the other day I did this apple blossom super bright. Today I wanted to show you that, like, it's up to you. You could, I mean, number one, think about this art printable. Once you buy it, it's yours. You can paint it whatever color you want. So today I thought we would go kind of peachy coral, because that's kind of pretty, right? So the way that I like to, so everybody has their own, so I'm gonna do blush, it's light pink, light prawn, what is this one? Light rouge, So I think light pink's gotta go. So what I like to do with Copics is I like to do light to dark. Then I'm not so apt to be heavy-handed with my darks. And Christina, the owner of Scraps of Love, she's the one who gave me my first Copic lesson, and she said light, medium, dark, and then light, because then the light is going to blend the blend the other color, the deeper colors back into the light. Does that make sense? So, girls, I totally ventured out today and went to a store. I couldn't stand it anymore. I had to go to the post office, and I bought myself a new comforter because, you know, when you're stuck in your house, you're looking at your stuff all the time, and, you know, you're starting to get tired of whatever, of that same old comforter on my bed. So I sent away for a comforter that I found on overstock.com. Has anybody shopped there? That was kind of an interesting, experience. I had no idea what the quality would be. It's not bad. I mean, it was, it's not bad. It's just, now I'm wishing that maybe I should have just gone to Target, because they have sheets that I just love, because I have a big king size bed. I have a Eastern King, and so it's hard to find sheets to fit it, and it has deep pockets. So these sheets, and most of I think they're the Target brand. The ones that I got are, oh dang. Anywho, it'll come to me. But they have like an extra piece of elastic about 2/3 of the way down the edge of the side of the sheet, so that just no pop-offs. Because you know what? I hate the sheet pop-off. I just hate it. Anyway, they're so pretty. So I'm just coming in with some dot of color here, right where the stippling is, right? And remember, where the underneath petal is, we want to deepen that just a little bit, but we're not hurrying. Remember, that is the opposite. That's the enemy of blending, is trying to hurry. Just take your time. You've got an hour to just, relax and color today. So I just really like to, so you see these lines that go up here. I'm just gonna kind of trail off. Hi, Yvonne. Another cousin, girls. Are you poolside, Yvonne? I bet you are. I will be as soon as I'm done with this class. So I like to just come in lightly with my next deepest color, blend that, and then I'm gonna come in with the deepest, what is it? Light rouge. I just thought this was kind of a cool change for an apple blossom. I mean, apple blossoms are kind of funny. They can be really quite white, or they can be kind of deep pink, or they can be a little bit to the peachy side, and that's what I was kind of going for today. So has anybody else ventured out today to a store, to a post office, to anything like that? Anyone? So I'm going to come in. Now I'm coming in with the deepest color. The, what is it? Light rouge. And I just like to come in with like dots of color. So then I don't, nothing's too harsh, you know? You did. You know what? Can I tell you? It was so lovely. It was so lovely to be back in Target. Oh my God. Was it really busy in Dollar Tree? I haven't been to a dollar store in a while. That's for sure. But, you know what? I just was like, you know what? So I did go to Michael's to get a shelf that my friend Debbie has one of, and I really liked it. And so I got one of those, and I got some mat board because I think I might have talked to you girls about this. I have these pictures, these really cool letterpress prints that I got in Houston with my friend Timmy. Are they, Jennifer? Everything's still closed. Oh, we had a nighttime curfew here too. We had a nighttime curfew here for a couple of weeks because of rioting and protesting. So, and it was like 8 o'clock. But that has been lifted. Although, you know, I'm just going to tell you, like, there's so much of it that I know you're going crazy. I know. It's just crazy. Hi, Ann, maybe. How are you? So now I just kind of do that same jiggy like I do with, oh, I'm so sorry, Jennifer. I know, I just feel like, I mean, I won't make a big fat habit of it or anything and go out every day, but Lordy, it was so nice to just look at some new things. And, you know, I made myself not stay very long, but I saw pretty colors and pretty stuff, and, you know, it was fabulous. And there's just nothing like, yay, Jennifer, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. So I like to just continue with the, I like to do the jiggy-jaggy blendy with my Copics, just like I do with water-based. Just because then it's not a severe line anywhere. And the cool thing about Copics is that they're kind of magic, you know? You can blend it out. Oh, Neo colors. I have some of those too. You know, Nancy, there's not an art supply I probably don't have because I don't deny myself any cuteness. I like all that stuff. And now, thank goodness, you know, thank goodness we have that. I think about people who don't have a hobby or don't have a way to work out their feelings, you know. I just think, gosh, we're so lucky, you know. Okay. So I like to go lightest to darkest and then back to light to do my blend. And then, like, once I kind of have a base of color, then I feel like I can come in and deepen the shades and deepen the shady parts, right? But like barely, just like little by little, just deepen just a couple dots of color. And I like to enhance the stippling that I have already done here. Am I still on camera? Okay. I like to just add little bits of more of color, right? Because I want the beauty of Copics is that your blend can be seamless. If you are a dedicated colorer, your blend can be seamless. Just take your time. So I know it looks crazy when it's dot, 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 but we'll blend it in. So see, I'm feeling like maybe I need to just put like a little bit of color here. Because you see, this kind of looks like the petal is curled a little bit, and I kind of dig that, right? So I'm thinking here too. I mean, that's just it, right? You can kind of decide. But do you see my dots are, I like to be pretty light-handed with my color. And then, oops. And with most markers, I like to use the bullet end or the brush end. That's kind of, I just feel like you get a, hey Debbie, you get a nicer, because it kind of mocks a paintbrush, right? And that's what I'm most comfortable with. You know, the crazy thing is when you watch, if you watch alcohol ink dry, it's like magic. Like all of a sudden, like right now, it looks like kind of, you can kind of see the line and then whoop, it goes away. It's fabulous. And they're just fun to color with, you know? And I find that when we fiddle with these lines, you know, we create some subtle depth that is just, it's subtle, but it makes it packs a big punch when it comes to the petals of the flowers, because then the petals look like they don't look flat anymore. Because there's not very many flowers, I don't think, that have a flat petal. Because most of the time, you know, they're kind of reaching for the sun, kind of like the rest of us, right? So we'll color on here a little bit more with our Copics, and then I'm going to do the same art printable, but with my zigs, so we can experiment with blending both of these mediums. I'm just going to tell you, sometimes I know that sometimes I just kind of get lost in my colors, and then I quit talking. So if I stop talking, it's because I'm like, oh, look at that coral, it's so pretty. I was just telling my friend Keely that I'm trying to grow zinnias. I just think they're the prettiest. I just think they're just like this big, you know what, they kind of remind me a little bit of fireworks. They're so pretty. Okay, I think I need to let that go. I need to just let that sit for a minute, because I'll just keep pouring color on there. So let's try zigs. Okay, so put put that over there. Okay, now I have my zigs, and I have kind of a lot of them because I couldn't decide which way I wanted to go pink-wise. Sorry about that. Needed some water. Let's see. So I feel like, I wanted to say that the, on the side of here, there's enough space that you can kind of fiddle with color choices. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, golly. It's not the COVID, I promise. Okay, so here's my pinks that I'm thinking about. So, and I'm thinking let's concentrate up here. So, because I've left lots of space here, I feel like that's a good way to kind of do what I was doing with the Copics. So this is Tea Rose. Kind of digging that because I'm really feeling that this is Pink Flamingo. Yep, digging that. I'm kind of feeling that peachy kind of color today. This is light carmine. Let's see how that is. Maybe. And this is carmine red. Way too dark. Okay. Let's see. This is scarlet red. I'm feeling like that's way more light pink. No. Anybody else do this? Hey, Carolyn. Sugared almond pink. No. Pink haze. No. Okay, so I'm feeling like these are the pinks for us. So I'm going to start with Tea Rose, and I'm going to kind of do that same thing that we had talked about with the Copics, where I'm just going to apply that first layer of color. And remember, the cool thing about zigs is that we can move that color with water. So let's get our paper towel out. Sorry. Was that like a... You know what? My phone is plugged in. Hey, Lisa! Another cousin. I was just talking about you with my mom and dad. So I'm just going to zigs, because they're water soluble, we can move that color around. Right? So we can get a nice base of color, and then we can add more color, right? So we can get a little bit on there, and then move it with our brush. That's cool. And I just like giving that like a base of color before I start really painting away. Oh, and I was gonna say, so because I'm using a water-based product, a water-based medium, zigs, I have, let's see, just a sec. I think there's 90, and I think I have 88, maybe. How many do you have, Nancy? You know what? I have a friend who owns a store in Minnesota, and I designed some cards or some stamps for her. And while I was at her store, I had been fiddling with the idea of playing with zigs and investing in them. And then I walked in her store, K and Crafts in Moorhead, Minnesota, on my way from my sister's house in Billings, Montana to my mom and dad in Sault Ste. Marie. And I'm telling you, you know what it was? She had open stock of every zig. Oh, I was so happy. So I bought them. I bought them right then and there. I was so happy. I mean, it's a great, I will say, I think zigs are a great art supply to take on the road, because you see I'm moving it with water, right? So you know, and I have them just in a pouch for the most part. Lisa, how is Sault Ste. Marie today? Good, I hope. So I'm gonna come in and oh, I'm telling, and you know what? Here's the thing. You know what, Nancy? I mix mine all the time. I mix my watercolors. I mix my markers. My water-based markers. I mix my water-based crayons. I mix colored pencils. So anything water-based, you can totally mix together. And I will just tell you that Copics, you can totally mix, like work with colored pencils on top of those once they're dry. Hi, Julie. So I am just kind of working that peach out. That is so much brighter than I thought it was going to be. I'm just going to say. But you know what? We're committed now. Right? So we just put a little bit of color on here. Grab some water and a brush. And this brush is so cool. I got this at Jerry's Artorama. My brother's name was Jerry. So I was sure thinking about him when I was there. Jerry's Artorama. And remember, I told you, I don't spend more than $5 usually on a paintbrush. But these were absolutely not more than $5. I think they were like maybe 2 or 3. Hi, Debbie. Hey, I found one of those wooden shelves I was just telling everybody about. The wooden shelves that you bought. I found one today because I ventured out and I was so excited. And I know exactly where I want to put it and exactly what I want to put in on it. Okay, so there's that. I'm having a little allergies today. Anybody else? Let's see. What was the next color? This is so much deeper than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so now I'm coming in with Pink Flamingo, which I'm just going to... I'm going to start being a little lighter handed. The Michaels on Bell. That's where I found them. And I love that it has like, so it's cool. It's one of those little skinny shelves, but it has like a little pocket, so to speak. And then there's like a little lip on the front of that pocket. So you can put things in it. Or you could put pictures. You could do all kinds of things. Oh, are you? Cool. Well, once mine's up, I'll fiddle around with mine and send you a picture too. This is so much oranger than I thought it was going to be. But do you see how you can just kind of like the Copics, you can just build that color, right? Little by little. I know, I'm kind of digging it. You know, I was just kind of in a peachy coral mood these days. I don't know. Right? But so does it look fluorescent to you guys? Because it's really feeling kind of fluorescent to me. Is it? Or is it just because I'm right on top of it? Sorry. Allergies. Okay, let's see. So let's add a little bit more of this pink flamingo. I just love that I can move this color with water, so I feel like it's kind of like watercoloring. And you know what? I love watercoloring. I think it might be my favorite. I mean, not that I would ever isn't it? Well, in person it looks peachy, but it's so bright. Oh, I was going to tell you. So because I knew I was going to color with zigs on this one, I printed this printable on Bristol paper. So you can get a tablet of, like a pad of Bristol paper at Michael's, or it's Strathmore Bristol paper. It comes with, oh golly, I don't know how many sheets, maybe 50, something like that. Anyway, use your coupon. It's gonna be too big to fit through your printer, and it's a little bit thick, but you might be able to, you might be able to do it. But if not, you can cut it down and then try to run it through your printer if you're brave, or like I said, take it to Kinko's or whatever. Or you know what, you can do this same technique just like we did the other day on regular old cardstock. I'm kind of digging this, but you know what, I'm feeling like I might want to add a little bit of pink to it. What do you guys think? Maybe. How am I doing on time, Keels? Oh, I'm only 37 minutes. I got a ways to go. So I'm going to bring some of this color in, and I'm just going to try to come from the sides so that we'll have that nice little bit of that nice gradation, and we'll get some nice have some nice white showing through, and that, that will totally. So I like to wet my brush. You guys know the drill here. I like to wet my brush and then come back with my paper towel, tap off the excess water, and then I'm just gonna do that jiggy thing and blend out. Right? Same thing. So I will tell you, the post office was not bad today. Hi, Rennie. Oh, the party's still hopping. It doesn't matter what time you show up, just that you come, right? And even if you can't come, you can always watch it on the replay. That's the beauty, I think. So see, I'm loving that this white is really creating a depth. And do you see how I'm not, I like to just slowly build that color. Keely, what kind of a bird did you send me a picture of this morning? Or this afternoon? I was telling you, well, it was a colorful bird. Okay, Nancy, so try, I bet they weren't happy about that. The Northwoods, yes. The Northwoods, because it's a goldfinch. It was so beautiful. And I told her all of our birds in our bird feeder are kind of a dull gray brown because they're all cactus wrens mostly. But when I'm home in Michigan, especially on Sugar Island, I get to see all the pretty birds. There's blue jays and cardinals and chickadees. I just love the chickadees. I just remember sitting on my grandma's porch and I could hear chickadee, 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 dee, 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 dee. I just love that. So now I'm going to come in with light carmine, just a little bit, and see what we can do with that. Look at that. We're just adding a new level of color. But you see, I'm just like barely touching it. I'm just barely adding some color. And then we'll blend it out. So school started back this week. So I'm sure thinking about all my pals that are teachers. Both of the girls on my design team are teachers, Tessa and Lauren. You know them by the beautiful works of art they create with my art. So I'm sure thinking about them. This year, Tessa changed from teaching art to teaching full-time 4th grade, self-contained. So that'll be a new adventure for her, and you know she will be an amazing teacher for 4th graders because she is just as excited about learning new things and new sharing all that new information with them, and she'll just make every day a joy for them. Let's see, so I'm kind of digging that. Not scarlet red. Remember we decided that scarlet red is out of the picture, but light carmine. That's pretty. Just little by little. This one because it's a little bit under. Oh, look, I forgot to do that. We think we can add some at the folds, but I think we need to add that, go back and add that lightest color. What was that? Tea rose. I'm liking the, remember I told you girls, I've been on this orange and pink kick lately. I don't know where that's coming from, but I will embrace it. Oh, this one we need to add some. And I thought I saw something else that I needed to add a little more color. So Strathmore also makes the Bristol, which is very, you know, all these different mediums, they all kind of have their comfort zones. And Zigs really like Bristol, and I just found that Strathmore has the most reasonably priced Bristol, and I have not, although I think Tessa has. I just cut it as I go, but Tessa has taken some paper to Office Max or, you know, Staples, one of those kinds of places, and had them chop it for her with varying degrees of success, I believe. Like sometimes they do a great job, sometimes they don't. So I just cut it myself. Oh my gosh, I'm loving that. Oh, there's one that I didn't blend out yet. Look at that. So pretty. Like, just follow this curve right here, that delicate curve of the petal. Did you see that? Then the white is just kind of pull that color toward the line, and you'll just have that beautiful curve that shows up that will just immediately give you some more depth, give you some more, a little bit realistic. I mean, it's not going to look like a photograph because I drew it, but it won't look flat, and that's kind of what we're going after, right? So, like, if you feel like you've been picking up quite a bit of color, we've done this in the past where you just pick up your brush, rinse it off in your water, and then pat it on your paper towel. Then you'll have pulled that color off, so it's not fly. You're not too heavy-handed with your color. But I also like to okay, so now we have the base of our color. So we should start with our petals. How are we doing? 47 minutes. We're fine. So let's see, here's all my greens. So let's fiddle with the greens that we have. All right. I kind of like that that olive green. We did that the other day though, but I really love that olive green. I do. Let's try pale green. Let's see what that looks like. Meh. It's not very exciting, I don't think. Let's try, this is green shadow. Maybe. Let's see. This is brick beige. Why do I have this in here? I don't know. Light green. Mid green. Oh, I love that. Deep green. Let's see what that looks like. Maybe. This, olive green. I should have got about 75 of those because, shut up, look how pretty that's such a great match of color. They just coordinate so well. Green, no. May green, no. So those are no's. Let's see, do we have anything like the lightest shade? Maybe, is this the pale green? Yeah, let's start with that and see how we like it. Hey Lucinda Carmichael, how are you today? So I'm just gonna start adding a little bit of this, and this is pale green, and then we're gonna blend it out with our brush. Right, we just want to get a nice base of color on there. Okay, and let's do this one too while we're at it. Move that color just a little bit. Okay, I'm feeling like this could be a little bit of a green petal. So let's just do that. I'll just break it up a little bit. I'll just let that sit. And now let's start deepening the leaves. Let's see, so we have mid-green and olive green. So let's come in with the mid-green. There. Lots of stippling here, so we're just gonna, little by little, add some color. Then we're going to come in with our wet brush. Remember, it's going to be damp because we wet it and then we tapped it off on our paper towel and pull that color out little by little. A damp brush is your friend when it comes to blending any water-based products, remember? So we'll just move that around a little bit. There we go. Is anyone painting with me, or are you all just watching me today? Just watching, it sounds like. There we go. Liking that. I'm liking that it's kind of two color families that are kind of blending pretty nicely together. So now we'll come in with that olive green and deepen those shadows. I don't know, Nancy. I was just thinking about that. I have thought about, this is crazy, but listen to this idea. I have thought about fussy cutting this and then maybe adhering it to a, hi Angela, adhering it to an embossed base. Hey Jennifer, what did you say? I'm watching and painting Carmen, no Copics or zigs, but learning great techniques. Oh, yeah, I mean, you can do, you know, these are just, you can do what, especially if you have water-based products, I think you can take these techniques and use them with everything, right? So I'm gonna pull out some of that olive green, move that around a little bit. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do, Nancy, is I think I'm gonna fussy cut this one. Cause you know what, I gotta change it up for myself. And I made this promise that if you bought 4 art printables at the same time, I would send you a card. And so I have this pile of cards that I need to write thank yous and send them out. And I don't want them to all be the same, you know? I like to change it up and, you know. Try new techniques. I mean, that's what we're all about, right? I was telling Lucinda one time that, you know, if you teach a man to fish, if you teach a paper artist a technique, they will continue to create with that forever, because it just kind of grows and grows, right? Like you're like, oh, what if I did that with watercolors or neocolors or whatever you have at your house. I don't ever want anybody to feel like they can't do it because they don't have exactly what I'm using, because you know what? I just want everybody to make art. Because it makes me so happy, I want it to make everybody happy. And I just really like that. Don't you think, Nancy, it would be so pretty, this watery flower juxtaposed with a really, like maybe something really geometric, like a really geometric embossed background. I think that might be kind of cool. Stop it. I'm loving that, you guys. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. So let's do the center. I think I have this really pretty mustard. That might be cool in the centers, right? And then I could still come in with my Dr. P.H. Martin's white, right? Because that'll just pop. I mean, here's the thing. You can just, like, maybe we'll do one of these paint-alongs, paint parties, pop-in paint parties on finishing. Like, because here's the thing. I have so many painted images that I haven't finished off and put into cards. And so maybe one day I'll do that. I'll show you like all the different ways that you can finish it off, that you can, you know, add, okay, what is this? Ochre. That you could add some dimension and add those finishing touches to take your card to the next level and take your artwork to the next level. You know, you want to enhance all of your coloring. You want to, you know, showcase all of your hard work. Well, I'm just loving that. That's all I have to say. And that started out as something like I had no idea where I was going with that. 2 more minutes. So, I'm going to give you a big commercial for everybody needs to come on Saturday and join me, because we're going to do an amazing, look at that depth. Shut up. Look at how pretty that, like that kind of gold is just like working itself right into the coral of the base of those leaves, of those petals. Stop it. I just love color. I just love color. So speaking of color, the artist that we are going to study on Saturday is amazing. And so bring your art journal and do you hear my dogs? Clickety clack, clickety clack. Bring your art journal and your, they're so loud. Bring your art journal and your watercolors and a pencil. A pencil is very important this week, and a white eraser. And your big imagination and your excitement for color and art. And we are, oh my gosh, we're going to have ourselves a time. Girls, look at that mustard. Is just, it's so pretty. I'm telling you, I just love this kind of scrubby, blendy technique, because look at it's so subtle and so pretty. Seriously. So, well, I gave hints the other day. She's American. She's a girl. What else did I say? She loves color, like so much color. Those are my big hints. She's American. She was a trailblazer, like all of these girl artists that I've been showcasing. Oh, you're gonna love her. You're just gonna love her. You're gonna love what she stands for, and her strength and her beauty and her love of color. So, without further ado, I will bid you adieu. I'm gonna make this into a card, take a picture, post it on Instagram, and then I'm gonna send it to somebody. So, keep going, making art, blending colors, because there's nothing quite as peaceful as just getting yourself lost in color. I'm telling you, there's nothing quite as peaceful. I adore you all, and I thank you so very, very much for joining me and supporting me. It just means the world to me. Really, I am so humbled by your constant support, and that you come and hang out with me so we can paint together. I adore you all. Thank you so much, and I'll see you Saturday. Talk to you soon. Bye.